will be setting the tone. Rod doing the crane. Got it all going on today. Chris, fresh from the rehab center. You know, sometimes you got to check in to check on yourself. And Chris, you know, getting it done, taking care of number one. We appreciate it. We want him around for long term. Addiction's scary. It's a scary thing. I know.
Yeah.
Firsthand.
Yeah, for me, unfortunately, it was the amount of burritos I was consuming in a month was really getting out of hand, and I had to admit I had a problem.
I thought it was Maple Leaf counseling. You know, it was like that falling for,
Oh
for
no,
once again. You know, because this one, I mean, this is textbook Maple Leafs here, going up 3-1, and then we know it's going to Game 7 in Toronto, and wow, that never ends out too well.
yeah. I mean, Rod and I were talking. We were doing our hockey videos, and I said I was listening to a podcast, and this guy had Chris Versteeg on. Versteeg, 2-time Stanley Cup winner with the Blackhawks, played with guys like Duncan Keith and everything. And he said flat out the Leafs were going to lose Game 5 because they come out, full of confidence, the extra day of rest at home, crazy
The thing
environment.
was that the Lightning scored first. The Leafs tied it up, right?
The other way around.
No. Did they tie it up or the Lightning? No, I think
Leafs scored first.
No, Leafs scored first, and then Lightning tied it up like 30 seconds later.
Yep. And then never looked back. I think they could have scored a few other times.
Yeah, Samsonov stood on his head for a lot of that game. It was,
I don't give out too many hockey premiums, but I gave out the Lightning yesterday.
I will say, as a Leafs fan, am I surprised? Hell no. Because when I did a playoff pool, I wrote down that I thought this game was going to go 7, or the series was going to go 7 games, and I knew that meant that it was going to be dicey for 2 weeks between these two. But we'll see. Maybe Game 6. They've won twice on the road so far.
I got the YouTube comment about my premium pick talking about how trash it was and all that stuff because the Orioles were losing 3-0 against the Tigers. Your picks are trash, man. Your free picks are better. It's like, guys got to wait till the game is over, man. I also had the Marlins plus 1.5 yesterday. I'm just kicking myself, man. Kicking myself.
Right? I listened to the Orioles. They were down early. I was like, it's only the 4th. Lots of time left.
I can't wait to do my video with. I can't wait to do my video with all these professional bettors. I'm doing a new video series with Dave Miller and Mike. I'm really excited about it. They're joining us here at Pick Dogs, joining our team, and can't wait to ask them, along with all the professional betting questions that we all have. How much money do you need? How do you get started? All those things. That a lot of people I know ask me. These guys have a different methodology, different way of doing things, and it's going to be interesting to see what with their method and everything how you do it. And I can't wait to ask them if the Rockets have ever busted up their parlay. It's like, you ever just it's like because they're like super disciplined, so it's like you ever just throw out a parlay and have the Rockets just bust it up real good. It's like you haven't bet on sports if the Rockets haven't busted up your parlay, man. It's like I'm in the water. I need a 2-teamer. I don't even know what that means.
Like you're in the pool?
You're swimming in the pool? You in Vegas in the pool? Nice.
No what does that mean?
I don't know. I'm in the water.
I have no idea, man.
Drown it in the pool. He says, drown it.
I mean, I at least in the Facebook group, everyone helps me out with the definitions of the stuff I don't understand.
Right? He's just drowned.
This one I'm lost. We got NHL tonight. Should be an interesting story. And the Edmonton's still off, but everyone else is playing. Smash that like button. I never say that. Let me see what he says. It means he's down. Huh.
Down for what?
I don't know. I don't know.
The thin ice. The thin ice broke. He fell through the ice.
All right. That means he lost yesterday. Well, we all won. All three of us on our premium picks were positive for the day yesterday. All three of us. So if you would have bought the morning show 3-pack, which is not available to the general public, you got to email me and ask for it. I can do a custom package. Basically, if you buy in either of these guys' yearlies, throw in my yearly on top of it for free. I'll honor that for today. I do a lot of picks, man. A lot of picks. All right. Enough fun.
Let's get down to business.
Down to business, man.
Brass tacks.
Maple is going to be mad.
Yeah, that was coming.
My favorite is Chris, you're not a failure. I was waiting to use that one. Giannis says you're not a failure. Oh, yes, you are. Giannis, it's like, I wouldn't call it a failure. Well, everybody else does. It's like,
yeah, I was gonna ask you what your thoughts were on that.
He's a total failure, man. You were the first seed in the Eastern Conference. You were the number 1 seed. Yeah. You went out to the number 8 seed. It wasn't like a 7th game, last second miracle shot or anything like that. You got your ass kicked by the 8th seed. You were the number 1 seed, not in the East. Number 1 overall. You had the best record in the NBA this season. It's kind of like Connor McDavid scoring all these goals and, going out in the first or second round of the playoffs. Same crap. Meaningless, man. Meaningless garbage. Get a little participation trophy, maybe, your ESPY. Is that what you're looking for? You got your ESPY. Here's your ESPY for you.
It was also a Heat team that was 1 loss away in that play-in tournament from not even being in it at all.
Do you think Jimmy Butler is like, here's your little ribbon. We'll see you next year.
Gives out the prize.
Here's your ribbon. Here's your participation ribbon. And we'll see you.
You just see Jimmy Butler walk into the Bucks locker room, walk over to Giannis and give him the Bitler Journalism Award.
It's like, oh God.
The little star trophy.
It's like Romanelli. He's like, I'm opening an investment account. I'm like, Brian Bitler's 30-day investment, NBA investment. No. Got the Islanders and the Hurricane. A little early for picks. What did you guys think of the NFL draft yesterday? Chris, any notes? We're only 8 minutes and 41 seconds in. I mean, we never get to picks at this point.
I didn't want to derail the show by asking that,
oh,
but
man. This guy's getting on my nerves. I won yesterday. It's like, we don't care. It's like, I don't care, man. Congratulations. Don't care, man.
The NFL draft, I mean, I was a little bit surprised that the Texans made as big of a splash as they did. We obviously knew they were going 2. I didn't expect them to trade up to 3 as well. But I guess they're trying to give D'Amico Ryans as much help in year 1 as possible.
What do you think about Stroud as the number 2 overall pick?
I like him. I think he's got some solid arm strength, and I mean,
he sucks balls. He sucks balls. Well, he's going to be a bust.
I'm saying it's going to be. No, I think if he's going to succeed, it's going to be a development process. He's not going to have success.
It's not going to succeed, Chris. He's not going to succeed.
If he gets any sort of receiving core like he had, he's not going to have. Not like he had.
He wasn't good with the receiving core that he had. I got news for you. He will never have a receiving core as good as he had.
Yeah.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Never, ever, ever will he have a receiving core as good as he had to work with.
It was better than what they had, though. in the last couple of years with Davis Mills.
You think that the receiving core that he has in Houston
No, I'm just saying
is better than the receiving core he's had the last 2 years at Ohio State?
No,
because
I'm saying,
I see four first-round picks, right? Plus guys that will be first-round picks next year, Marvin Harrison Jr., et cetera, that he's had to work with. It's not going to get any better than that. Also, the offensive lineman, the tackle, first-round pick, man, 6th overall. His offensive line, stellar. Defense, and they're playing against Indiana. I mean, what the heck, man? Ain't going to happen for you. I got news. The second quarterback taken is never good. It's always only the first guy taken. I don't even think he's going to be any good. I predict bust.
Will Levis.
Anthony Richardson will be the biggest. Anthony Richardson, bust. I think all 3 of those quarterbacks, all busts.
Bust. I can't believe Anthony Richardson.
3 busts.
Yeah. Who's that? Who? Richardson, Stroud, and who? Levis?
This is the Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, bust. Mitch Trubisky, bust. That's what this is. All this. Anthony Richardson has the same resume as Mitch Trubisky. Didn't play college football. Stunk when he was in there. And he gets drafted way too high.
Didn't he have wasn't like a 50? You have like a 52% completion percentage or something like that.
Maybe on his good days.
Richardson,
right? Maybe on his best days. Maybe because they played New Mexico State and in there and whoever he had that. He's
Vanderbilt.
You know what he is? Straight ass. I saw those interceptions that he threw against South Florida, and I just thought to myself, what in the hell is this guy doing? I mean, that's all you could really ask yourself. He's throwing the ball straight down over the middle, late over the middle. I wonder what's going to happen. What do you think happens when they throw the ball late over the middle? Nothing good ever happens, except for the defense. The Eagles won the draft. The draft is won in the middle to late rounds. It's not won in the first round.
I think they picked well in the first round. I think getting Jalen Carter was a nice addition. But
it was a nice addition, and I think Smith is a good addition too. But it's like you don't know how these guys are going to. But
you didn't win the draft, and the Eagles didn't win the draft in round one.
The teams that win the draft are the guys that manipulate the middle rounds, and I'll tell you who it always is. It's always the Baltimore Ravens.
Right? They always just fine guys.
They won the first round. I don't know. You never really know until after the fact. But I think you're a lot safer with defensive guys. I thought that the guy that the corner from Illinois, that guy's awesome. I mean, right? I mean, look at Illinois where they were and look at where they went. And it's like him and the running back from Illinois are like the 2 guys that are like really, really good. I mean, you took a team that went from 0 to freaking bowl team would they lose 2 games this year? I mean, they had 2 guys that were worth anything. The cornerback and the running back. And that's it. I don't know.
I was a little surprised that the Lions took another running back.
since they've had such good luck with their other ones. So you think that the Amir Abdul, their running back, isn't the running back thrown out for betting on the games?
Jameson Williams, he's gone.
Yeah, so they needed a running back because the Amir Abdullah pick didn't really work out for them. What was the guy? Javed Best. Remember Javed Best from Cal?
Oh my God, Cal.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, he's really good, but he just gets racked. He just gets crushed. My favorite play of all time. You could Google this. Javed Best versus Maryland, where he gets cracked and he's just laying out on the ground. He just vomits. I mean, he just got it. It's on YouTube. I mean, all you do is just Javed Best versus Maryland puke, and it's like there's millions of videos. It's like whoa, gets depleted.
Wasn't he like 5'8", like $120 soaking
He's
wet
so
or something
fast.
like that?
He's so fast. And like
Yeah.
that Maryland, they finally hit him. Like they just cracked him. It's like they got sick of chasing him. They just like freaking hit him so hard. I think the draft is always interesting because I always look at it a different way, than these guys do. And I think sometimes I'm right and sometimes they're right. But I think we've been right a lot over the years on the guys that we thought were going to be really good. I mean, my guy last year is a star, right? He was a star. He was not in all of the first round discussion. He was not in any of that stuff, but he is a superstar, right? So let's see. I haven't really named my guy this year who's going to be the guy, but I will by the end of the show I'll figure out who my guy is. But last year it was, you remember who it was, Chris? My guy that I said was going to steal at the draft.
I'm trying to remember.
I remember I said it up and down and I was jumped up and down about it.
No, I know you did.
Pickens.
Well, just remember.
Pickens.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Pickens. Yeah.
And then we were worried because he's going to Pittsburgh and they had a bad quarterback and all that other stuff. But he's still awesome, right? Still awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, not even considered like among the top 10 wide receivers in last year's draft. That's how much these guys watch the games. They should call us. Remember when they threw me out of the College Football Writers Association of America? Yeah. That was humbling. Sorry, Mitch. We're taking away your membership. I'm like, I paid my dues. We've refunded it.
That's the worst. I paid my dues. Here's your dues back.
They're like, you can't call us names. You can't call everybody.
Calling everybody a butthead is not going to get you back into the not going to get you into the association. What about dumbass?
Oh man,
it's a little bit more adult.
I think the draft will be won today. It's the way it always is done. But I'll take a look at who, and we'll find our player as to who it's going to be. A lot of our players are still in the league, from all the past years. A lot of them are superstars. We have one guy who actually made the Pro Bowl, but still never really made superstar level. That was Pharaoh Cooper. I liked him. I thought he was one of those guys that could be productive. A lot of our guys, they're productive guys on the roster. Braxton Berrios, who are our guy, and they're productive guys on the roster that are drafted late, but they might never become that superstar. But I think Berrios has done a nice job, right? I mean, he plays on the Jets.
He plays.
Yeah, he's good. And who are some other of our guys? We've had a bunch of the guys like this over the years. Lots of them. Lots of good ones. Very, very few flops. The closest to a flop we've had was Pharaoh Cooper, and he made the Pro Bowl on special teams. All right, 18 minutes and 42 seconds in. Let's give these people a pick. Got the Islanders and the Hurricane, the Panthers and the Bruins. Got the Wild and the Star, and the Kraken, and the Avalanche. Chris, tell me something I don't know.
Nah, man, that'll take me a while, but I'm going to go with the under 6 in the Hurricanes and Islanders game. I think this is honestly first to 3 wins. I think this is probably going to be the hardest hitting game of the series. And the Islanders have fought their way back into this one, but this, like I said, this one's going to be tight. Obviously Hurricanes want to get this over with, because the Islanders can be pesky. They're not a team that you want to allow to get back into a Game 7. But the Islanders obviously want to get there. So I think it's going to be first to 3 wins if we even get to that point, maybe even 2-1. So give me the under 6 between the Islanders and the Hurricanes.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to go with the under in Colorado and Seattle. We've seen 3-2 hit how many times? 6 out of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have ended 3-2. So maybe sprinkle a little bit on the 3-2 score. But I'm going to take it 3-2 Seattle. Bye-bye, Colorado. New champ going to be crowned this year in the NHL.
Oh, I got my guy. This was about as easy as it gets. Okay. Hear me out on this one, Chris.
Okay.
University of Miami. I mean, this is so obvious.
Shocker. Okay.
No. We've not, I don't think we've ever had a Miami guy as our guy.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I don't think we've ever had a Miami guy as our guy. But I think this year is the first year. I'll break it. I'll break the streak.
Okay.
Will Mallory, tight end, Miami.
Okay.
Superstar, Pro Bowler, big time. Look at the Miami tight ends over the last 25 years. Look at the Miami tight ends over the last 25 years. So Iowa has very good tight ends in the NFL. Yeah. Miami, very good tight ends in the NFL. Those are the two schools. But Will Mallory is ranked. See, Sam Laporta from Iowa ranked 4th.
Yeah.
Will Mallory ranked 8th. Yeah. Mallory is the guy. I know Will Mallory. I've seen Will Mallory. My money's on Will Mallory. Let's talk about the great Miami tight ends in the last 25 years. Jeremy Shockey, Bubba Franks. You had Kellen Winslow Jr. You had Greg Olson. You had, there's tons of them. That's just a handful. You got the guy on Cleveland, Njoku, whatever his name is.
Yep.
Let's look them up. Let's Google it. Miami. Let's look them up. You got the Canes have had 13 tight ends drafted since 2000. Bubba Franks, Jeremy Shockey, Kellen Winslow, Greg Olson, and David Njoku were all first rounders. I believe that Mallory will be the next great one. See. Clive Walford, he just retired, but he was on the Titans for a very long time. So the most tight ends drafted in the NFL since 2000, Miami 12, Iowa 11, Notre Dame 11. Yeah. Bubba Franks, Jeremy Shockey, Kellen Winslow Jr., Kevin Everett, and Greg Olson. But Jimmy Graham also was pretty good from Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good with this. Good. I feel good. Chris Herndon, he's still in the league. He's on the Jets. Yeah, I'm in. Will Mallory. Miami had 2 first-rounders last year. They both were very good in the NFL this year. Very good. 2 first-rounders. Remember who they were? Chris?
I gotta go down the
One plays for the Dolphins, the other plays for the Bills. Jalen Phillips, Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other one, Greg Rousseau.
I didn't know Greg Rousseau went to Miami.
Well, Chris, time to wake up, man.
Sorry.
Slap on the high karate and call it a day. I mean, I know you're on the road here and everything, but Fabergé. Wake up. Oh, it's my turn anyway. Who'd you guys take in this NHL?
I took the under in Carolina Islanders.
Who'd you take?
And I took the Kraken.
Kraken. I was going to take the under in the Kraken game, but I'll take the Panthers against the Bruins. It's a homer pick on my account, and I I just think that the Panthers get it done in this spot. All right. Chris, is it like a community TV at the rehab center, or is it just, how do you do this?
Well, I had to steal and hide the remote when I wanted to put on the Leafs game last night. Not everybody wanted to watch it, but they don't know it's in one of the cushion. It's one of the cushions in one of the cushions in the couch. I just haven't told anybody yet. Now they're stuck watching Price is Right.
Well, Mallory, he's our man. Should we pick another guy too?
Yeah. Who's still out there?
How about I'll have to think about it. Oh, gosh. I like Zach Charbonnet, but he's not really under the radar. Oh, the Deuce. Deuce Vaughn. So obvious. So obvious, sometimes it's staring at you right in the face. The Deuce. Love the Deuce.
The non-Power 5 schools not getting any love in the first round. It was the first time in the Common Era since '67 where all the picks in the first round were for Power 5 schools.
Oh, wow. Oh, the Deuce is loose. The Deuce is there. He's ranked 12th in running backs. It's only because of his size, Yeah. We all know the Deuce scores big. You got to have a running back like that, in the backfield if you want to be successful. I'll tell you where he'd be a great fit is San Diego. That Justin Herbert.
Right? Yeah, they need a good running back.
Think off pass. You don't want him in with like a Mac Jones that can't extend the field. You need him in with the guy that can really throw the ball down the field. So this way he's more effective on the dump out when everyone's way down there because now he's out in space. And you get the Deuce in space, it's a touchdown every single time. You know what they say, Chris? The Deuce is loose. Yeah, I know what you were gonna say, but I'm not. That's not.
What was I
not
gonna
what the rest
say?
is. What?
I'm
not going there. I'm not going there.
I'm the face of innocence.
I'm not going there. You don't want Chris talking about the Deuce. That's for sure. I ain't going there, man. I ain't going there. It's not on the table.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I like Nathaniel Dell out of Houston. Receiver. Really good. Problem is a lot of teams probably pass on him because he's only 5'8", but
that's like the Deuce.
Yeah. 17 touchdowns at Houston last year if he gets into the right scheme.
Yep. You need a little slot receiver. Bears.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
All right. Let's talk about some picks. Pablo Lopez on the mound against the Royals. Boy, the Royals look pretty good this year. Got the knock.
Who's there?
Jesus.
Jesus who?
Jesus Luzardo is going to kick the crap out of the Cubs today. Got and the Tigers against the Orioles. That was the game that I got trashed on in the YouTube comments when the Tigers took a 3-0 lead. Rod, what do you think of these three?
Well, these ones here, I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Rich Hill on the mound. Rich Hill on the mound last time he was on the road. I believe he got touched up a little, but the Pirates still got the win in that one. And Chad Kuhl for Washington. I don't think either of them starting pitchers equate in getting the win in that one. I like the over and the Pirates in Washington today.
I think that was the next one.
Yeah,
Oh no, no,
that wasn't even in
no.
this segment.
My bad.
We're
All
off-
right, we
we're
move
off-
on. Me and
we're
Chris
off
get
to a
me and Chris
swinging
each,
start.
me and Chris get to battle out for the next three, and we skip Rod next turn as well. Yeah,
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
it's like we haven't done that one in a while. It's like we haven't had
I have
any-
not done that in a while. Yeah, no, I've not skipped a turn in a long time. Oops.
Yeah, we haven't had that happen in a long time. I thought we were past that phase. It's like 2.5 years in, we can't even stay in our segment. I'm going to take the Twins. I can't stand Pablo Lopez, and I can't stand him at this price. I think that he's way overrated, but we're talking about the Royals, and they just absolutely stink. I like the over in this game, but I also like the Twins. I think same game parlay. That's what my pick's going to be. Same game parlay, Twins run line, or Twins alternate run line -2.5 with the over. Chris, you got 2 games to choose from.
And then I will choose with the Baltimore Orioles, laying the -130 on the road. Last year, Detroit wasn't
Supposed
one
to
of
take
the,
Rodriguez. Supposed to take Rodriguez in that situation.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Rodriguez
You're right.
versus
You're right.
Rodriguez. Who do you like?
I think Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez is going to have a solid start here.
And at the same time, he has a possibility that Rodriguez could get hit in this game.
One run. It's like Rodriguez pitched well, but Rodriguez was also terrible on the other side. Yeah, I like Baltimore here. Again, a discounted price one because it's Grayson Rodriguez. He hasn't shown a ton at the major league level to this point, but
I think he's been outstanding after the first inning or two in each of his starts.
Yeah,
He's given it up early, but after the early, he's been really good. Like you could see, you know.
If you just look at the lines, like the stat lines that he's had from his games, doesn't impress you on the surface. But like you said, you watch him pitch, you can see why he was one of the top prospects in that organization. And the Tigers, last year they didn't hit righties. They were one of the worst teams against right-handed pitching in the league. Not better this year. They're still near the bottom of the league. And I think the Orioles hit and left-handed pitching fairly well. So I think the Orioles, again, we're getting them at a discounted price here. I'm going to take it.
All right, Rod. We'll let you come back now with the you got the Cubs and the knock-knocks. Who do you like?
You got the Cubs and the knock-knocks. Well, definitely got to go with Luzardo in that one. Marcus Stroman on the road. We know what he does on the road, and it hasn't been good. It's usually pretty ugly when Marcus Stroman gets on the road. Pitches his best at home, just like he has this season as well. So I'm going to go with Jesus Luzardo at home. I like the under there as well.
Is that a minor voice inflection on that one?
Little minor.
Minor voice inflection. Jesus.
Knock, knock.
Minor voice inflection on that one. Not the full inflection, but definitely some inflection. There was some inflection. There was some inflection though.
Definitely was a little.
There's definitely some inflection on that one.
Don't try to tell me that there wasn't.
Nationals, Pirates. Rod already did it. Blue Jays and the Mariners, and the Red Sox and the Guardians. I'll take the Red Sox against the Guardians, man. The Guardians. The problem with even having Shane Bieber on the mound is that you got to score at least one run if you're going to win a baseball game, and I don't think the Guardians can do that. I just don't like the way they're hitting the baseball or not hitting the baseball, and I like the way the Red Sox are hitting. I don't take the Red Sox all that often, but I got to say, I like the way they're hitting right now. And I think they beat the Guardians here. Chris?
Yeah, that leaves me with the Mariners and the Blue Jays. And until I have a reason to do otherwise, I'm going to keep rolling with Luis Castillo. I'm going to go rule of happiness to myself on this one. If the bet loses, at least my Blue Jays win. But tell you, Alek Manoah, I still think he's the ace of this Blue Jays rotation. He's gotten off to a slow start this year. But he gets hit early in games. And I can't do that against the Seattle team when Luis Castillo throwing up zeros left and right this season. So gonna roll with the better starter here at the coin flip price. Actually, we're getting a slight underdog price with the Mariners here. So give me Luis Castillo and the Mariners in the money line here.
All right, Mets and the Braves. Got the White Sox and the Rays, and the Rangers and the Yankees. So that would be, I guess it's me again.
You.
Yeah. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the. I like the over in the Rays White Sox. I think we see 116 runs. I think we go with the alternate over in the White Sox Rays. It's one of the better hitters ballparks in all of baseball over at on the south side of Chicago. The wind blowing out something fierce today in the Windy City. Yeah, I could see a lot of home runs and a lot of runs scored. I like the over in the White Sox Rays, and I think you go alternate here. I think you go into those double digits, 10.5, 11s. You know, you go to those type of numbers here. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over 7 Yankees and Rangers. Clark Schmidt has not been good for the Yankees in this occasional spot starter role. He's been getting lit up for much of the season. I think Texas, they are hitting right-handed pitching fairly well. And I think the Yankees could be in some trouble in terms of giving up some runs. But I also think that the Yankees will score a couple off of Jacob deGrom here. And even if they don't, they could still get to the Texas bullpen. I think 7 runs just too light for this game. So give me the over between the Yankees and the Rangers.
And for me, I'm going to go with the Braves in this one. Fried looked good in his first start of the season, and I think he continues here. And Pedersen on the mound for the Mets has not looked good to start the season. 1-3 with a 7.36 ERA. I think the Braves touch him up and definitely get to him in this one. Braves 4-0 in the last 4 meetings. They're also 8-1 in their last 9 on the road. So I'm going to go with the Braves. Beat up on the Mets in that one.
Got the rematch of the World Series, Astros Phillies. Got the Brewers and the Angels, and the Rockies and the D-backs. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over Angels and Brewers. Lean towards the Brewers in that one, but I think the over the stronger play. 2 pitchers in Miley and Anderson, giving up a ton of hard contact, and 2 teams that can really put bat to ball, especially against left-handed pitching. Look for a lot of home runs in this game. Look for a high-scoring game with that as well. So give me the over 9. Angels, Brewers would lean towards the Brewers at home on the money line.
Right.
And for me, I like the Astros over the Phillies. Aaron Nola getting the start for the Phillies, and he's been awful. He just loves to give up runs in bunches: 3 runs, 2 runs, 4 runs, 3 runs, 5 runs. Definitely ain't getting pitching a goose egg there. I think the Astros rip him up. Framber Valdez on the mound. I think he has a solid outing here at home where he pitches his best ball. Give me the Astros in that one.
I'm going to take the Rockies here against the D-backs. I think the D-backs have played well, nicely, but they have tailed off recently. The Rockies only 3-7 at home this season, which generally they have a very strong home record. So I think the odds of them starting to put it together at home are more in their favor. I'm going to take the Rockies there. Got the A's and the Reds and the Dodgers and the Cardinals. Rod?
Well, in these ones here, I'm going to go with the Reds on the road. Just look at the Oakland team, 5-21 on the start of the season. Yuck. Reds just playing the better ball right now. Only 4-6, but Oakland's just awful. So in that coin flip price, give me the Reds.
I'll take the Dodgers. I'll take the Dodgers on a straight Jack Flaherty fade. I know Chris is enamored with Flaherty, but I don't care. I'm not. I'm taking the Dodgers in this one. Dodgers stink this season. They are no prize whatsoever, but they are here. Chris, which of these two do you like?
I'm with you on the Dodgers. I do like Jack Flaherty, but the Dodgers hitting right-handed pitching really well, and Flaherty continues to struggle with control. I think he's given up 19 walks this season. Only so many walks you can give up before really getting burned when you're playing with fire. So I'm gonna go with the Dodgers on the money line there. -140, pretty good price.
move to the NBA. And it's starting to whittle down in the NBA, right? Starting to whittle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lakers and the Grizz and the Kings and the Warriors. Let's just do Warriors Kings. I like the under in this one. I just think that the Warriors. This is at home they play defense, and I expect the defense to be good enough. I think the Kings know they're done. Probably lay down here, Chris.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking the Warriors at home here. They got that key road win that they had to get in this series, and I think once they got that, all the confidence swung in Golden State's favor. And now getting back home where they played their best basketball by a mile this season. It's just one of those games where the Kings have some hope going into it, but then all of a sudden they're down by 10, 12 points, start throwing up shots, and the shots just aren't falling. And I think Golden State pulls away and wins this one comfortably. So give me the Warriors by double digits.
Rod?
And I'm gonna go the other way. I don't think the Kings go down quietly in the night. I think they put up a fight here, and I don't know if they win the game, but I think they definitely put up a fight, stay within that number. You look at them; they love to play in Golden State. 12-3 ATS in the last 15 meetings in Golden State. So definitely not going to go quietly in this one. I like the Kings plus the points there in this one.
All right. Got the Lakers and the Grizz. Chris?
Yeah, I'll take the Lakers here. I think they close it out. I think the Grizzlies, they're still a solid team, but they haven't performed well on the road for much of anything this season, and don't expect it to change here. I think Crypto.com Arena going to be raucous here. I think the Lakers, in this playoff experience, in these high-pressure situations, these closeout games, going to serve them well here. I look for a big game from LeBron. I might even put someone on LeBron to get a triple-double. I think it's like plus 1,300, but yeah, I like the Lakers to get the winning cover here, close out the series.
Rod?
And I like the under here, under 219.5. You look at the last 4 games, 3-1 to that under. And I think the under trend continues. 75-1 the last 23 meetings. 219 too much. You're going to see some defense in this game as well. So definitely go under.
I like the Lakers on the money line. I know you got to pay a little bit of a price, but the Grizz 0-22 as road dogs, straight up. So something like that, you got to just take it. All right. Leads us into the long-awaited parlay section of the show. Chris, can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
You think I play my music too loud on my dog that day?
You are a big boy. You play your music however loud you want.
Thank you.
And don't ask me if you can have sprinkles with your sundae because you may not like the answer at that point. But for my parlay, I'm gonna go all California in this one. I'm gonna go Golden State. I'm gonna go with the Lakers, and I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. Lord, I feel like Ninos.
I would go with the Seattle Kraken on the money line. I'm going to go with the Astros on the money line. And I'm going to go with the under the Memphis and the Lakers.
I'll go with the Lakers on the money line. Take the under in the Warriors Kings and the Boston Red Sox. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. Appreciate each and every one of you.